When four of the world's best bowlers get together, it is going to be fun to watch. That's what we have today on CBS Sports Network. The 2017 nationwide PWBA Rochester Open. Only one will come away as a champion. We have stepladder finals today. The 4 seed is Clara Guerrero from Colombia. The former major champion looks for a second career title. She'll face the 3 seed Christina Zerbinski from North Tonawanda, New York, near Buffalo. She bids for her first title. Number 2 seed Super Southpaw Shannon Plahowski, 2-time major champ. Our top seed young star Danielle McEwen, 2-time tour winner, including the 2015 PWBA Tour Championship. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Bowling on CBS Sports Network. PWBA Tour Style. Great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Kelly Kulick, Tour Star, joined by Hall of Famer Carolyn Doran-Ballard as well in a moment. Let's talk about Clara Guerrero. She came so close earlier this year on tour. Last shot, Shannon O'Keefe had a big one and won. Now Clara tried to bounce back here today.
Yeah, it was a disappointing finishing for Clara Guerrero last week when she big forward in the 10th frame. Shannon O'Keefe stepped up, 9-spare strike to clinch it. She's still looking for her second title, the first one of this season. We expect to see great things from Clara in this opening match.
We have 2 lefties on the show today. One, Shannon Plahowski, has won 2 majors, but has not broken through yet since the return of the tour a couple years back. Is this her day?
Yeah, we talked about the monkey on my back early in the season. It's carrying over on Shannon. 2 lefties in the field, but I have a feeling we're going to have some great scores from her, possibly a breakthrough moment. She keeps pounding on that door, and I think she's going to knock it over.
Our top seed is Danielle McEwen, joined now by Carolyn Doran-Ballard.
Hi, Danielle. This is your 3rd show in a row. You're bowling pretty darn good on TV, as you know, one of my favorites, but you haven't grabbed the trophy yet this year. What's it going to take tonight to get you over the edge?
I'm just going to go out there and control what I can, make the best shots, read the lane, and hope a little luck is on my side.
Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck. Back to you, Dave.
CDB, thanks. Danielle is ready as the top seed. Clara Guerrero will get us going in the first match. Great bowling coming your way on CBS Sports Network. Ready for our first match. Christina Zerbinski, number 3 seed. Just outside Buffalo. Takes on Clara Guerrero. Originally from Colombia, now lives just outside Austin, Texas, Pflugerville. Ready to bowl on CBS Sports Network. Not 1, but 2 lefties today.
2 southpaws. Build in some traction on the lane.
Christina starts our show. All 10 down. Major champion last year on tour. Came so close earlier this season. 10th frame, as Keller talked about. Championship match against Shannon O'Keefe. Big 4. Shannon closed the door on her.
It's a new week and a new event.
Maybe this is her day. We'll find out. All 10 down to start.
Clara's game, 4-step approach. Moves the ball later in the swing on step number 2. Nice arc swing down. You could see all the leverage there from her shoulder, knee bend here as she goes to power step into it. Not a big slide, but an aggressive arm swing as she swings through her target. Controllable, but yet very fluid.
Finds the 1-3 pocket nicely on the left lane.
Lively crowd here with the music. Dancing is optional.
I like it. Dancing's encouraged. Zerbinski answers. Crunching all 10 back into the pit. 1-2 pocket, our future for the sport. Oil pattern today, Kelly.
This was a week on tour where the ladies did not get to see what they're bowling on. Look at this number, 51 feet all the way down here. The lane is only 60 feet in length. Very low volume. We'll see the girls playing very, very extreme outside with late minute roll.
Christina fouled on that last shot, so no strike. Let's take a look.
Right there over the foul line. Good call by the foul line judge. Makes the spare.
Good bounce back. It's got to be tough. It's very rare to see fouls on the PWBA Tour.
Last year, Liz Johnson at the U.S. Open. As we start out, Christina starts with a strike, foul, spare. As we talked about the lane pattern, the women starting the beginning of the week, this was a week that the pattern was not announced. So we used our eyes, read our ball motion to make the moves we needed to find the strike pocket.
She finds it pretty well in the left lane. Reminder, any player rolls a 300 game during today's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus, courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling. Tournament to date for Clara.
24 games, a 2.80 average. Makes the show with a 2 and 4 match play performance. Only 60 bonus pins won. But she scored very high to make it to the telecast.
2-8.
You heard her hook a lot. Again, 51 feet, only 9 feet. That's at the end of the pin deck is 60 feet. 60 feet to the head pin. Sliding board 11, 6 at the arrows, 6, 7 down the break point, keeping her angles very close and in front of her. The advantage here is the slower ball speed, allowing the ball to slow down more.
Covers. Has her spare. Let's go back to Carolyn.
Clara's finding both of the lanes similar, but they're a little tough when she makes the move to the left or to the right. So what she has chosen to do is use a very strong, aggressive, asymmetrical ball with 1,000 surface. Now, she's been using about 500 on some of these patterns, but this one she chose 1,000, so it's still a little clean. But one of the things she's going to key on is not so much moving left to right or even forward or back. It's going to be all about her ball speed. Christine, on the other hand, is playing much more direct. Her thought process is look for the hold. Keep the ball in front of her. She's using a strong ball with about 500 grit on it so that she can get the ball to roll in the middle part of the lane. And actually, it's in a ball that still wants to recover on the back. The key for this is she's afraid if she gets a little quick, she's still going to use that surface on the ball to make it read the pattern.
Unfortunately, CDB for Clara, big 4 on the left lane. One of the biggest challenges in the game.
With that length of oil, 51 feet, hydroplane skids past the 6, takes out the 10 only. 71 in the 4th frame. For that great sideline information from Carolyn Doran Ballard. 500 grit, the lower the number, the more texture, the more teeth it applies to the surface of the bowling ball. The higher the grit would say 4,000, it's going to smooth it out. So 500 is a very aggressive abrasive. It will provide much texture to the bowling ball and make it grab very quick when it hits the lane.
No foul this time. With John Zerbinski, Christina's husband, longtime Buffalo area bowling star.
PBA bowler, bowling out in the men's tour, traveling internationally the World Bowling Tour.
John's been on tour since 2010. And a Wichita State alum, part of that powerful program.
Andrew Ramirez was right next to him. Her and Christina roommates on tour when John is not able to travel.
Sport Network is here, and she's delivering with another strike. And a nice lead. Up by 29 pins.
Very impressive with Christina's release. She's much end over end, and what that promotes is early roll in the bowling ball, but controllable roll. So unlike Clara, where she's kind of on the side of it and tilts it more, or rotates it even more, Christina's up the back of it and able to control the shape as it's traveling down the lane.
Clara needs to rebound quickly here. It's right through the nose. 3, 6, 10.
Yeah, with that 51-foot pattern, there was a little bit of block off to the right in the front section of the lane, so you see early friction or early hook. A lot of the girls had more success if they could just kind of throw it over or onto the lane, just a little bit more of a loft over the front portion of the lane to miss that dry portion. Three, 6, 10. Oh.
Whoa. So chop and a miss of the 3-pin. Another open frame, and look at that lead for Christina Zerbinski. 40 pins. And she'll be looking for a 4-bagger coming up in her next attempt in the 6th frame. This match is turned.
Not only does Clara have her finger taped for her tendon, she's got tape on her thumb, she's got new skin patches on her fingers. A lot of wear and tear for the long season. Even wrapped up her index finger as it rotates off the ball to protect the callus from forming.
Another high shot, 3, 6, 10 again. Clara, as we talked about on the broadcast this year, a right middle finger tendon injury that really limited her for almost the entire season. Doctors at one point recommended she just stop bowling. And coming off a great season in 2016 with her major championship, she would have none of that. So rehab, worked through it, lots of rest, tried the best she could to perform at her top level. But she has been limited.
I think she'll be doing some grip analysis after the season.
This time, takes care of the spare. Josh Kubiak, Clara's husband here, rooting her on and hoping for a comeback. Midway through this first match, she's in a big hole, head-to-head with Christina Zerbinski from just outside Buffalo.
What is going to do when I do is here because I didn't try, but I'm going to try.
She didn't try it on the right lane?
Because I didn't try how much to be, how far right my feet have to be when if I'm going to look more left.
You're going to put it left?
But I'm gonna just give it up.
Too right?
Yeah, and just jam it in.
Same spot, just jam it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clara, some strategy with Rob Gottschall, her ball rep. Looking forward to the second half of this match. Go to Richmond, Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship. Kelly, you're going to be part of it with your win earlier this year at Fountain Valley. Champions are in. Points matter as well.
Yes, they do. Danielle McHugh in 4th place. She could creep up there and jump into that 2nd position. Leanne Halstenberg, Hall of Fame. Look how close the points are right there.
Players not only competing to qualify, but the top 2 point leaders will automatically advance to the TV finals of the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship, September 3rd through 6th at Richmond International Raceway. Join us on CBS Sports Network Wednesday, September 6th, 8 Eastern. For the TV finals, tickets are available now. You can join the conversation all season on social media by using hashtag Road to Richmond. Resuming our first match here. The lefty Zerbinski, big lead. 4-pin.
Crossover delivery. Take a look right here, just inside off her hand, high on the head pin, almost a crossover strike. It was a good lead, 9 spare. With so many bowlers during qualifying, the lanes broke down. You were able to migrate inward, either for the left side or right.
Watch out. And whips on the 4. That changes things up considerably.
It does. It brings the match closer. Only shot she's missed the pocket. Spares were challenging. 51 feet, you would think. Longer pattern, play closer to the head pin. But as a player, every bowler has a tendency. Some miss inward, some miss outward. and you have to factor in some of those tendencies when you're playing on a challenging pattern like this one.
Strike for Christina. Great to see Mark Denning here, district manager nationwide. Just fantastic to have Nationwide as a partner on the PWBA tour. We thank them for their support. Ball change here for Clara. Since she was 15 years old, a member of Team Colombia. One of that country's best ever bowlers.
Amazing.
Has an opening, trying to take advantage and can't. 4, 6, 7 split.
There's that expression, without risk, there's no reward. Makes a ball change. Wasn't sure how many she moved her feet to the right. Advice was to kind of jam it in, be firm up the lane, keep it inside in front. Just too high on the nose though.
Are you looking for some great PWBA gear? Then visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com. Open frame really hurts Clara Guerrero in the 7th. So she's down 41 pins when the door had been opened a bit by Christina Zerbinski's open frame. But now Christina will step up in the 8th working on a strike. Clara's got to come back here. She needs a string of strikes right now to have any chance. Not going to happen.
A lot of mixed reads going on. Makes a ball change, goes up high, makes a subtle adjustment on the left lane, stays firm. As we see 6-7 at the arrows, you can see she's got the pin is right over here on this side of the ball. Stronger pin placement, stands tall, means it rolls quickly. Loses energy. 1, 2, 7, 8.
Covers nicely, good spare.
I think weaker bowling balls with more surface was key for a lot of the women this week. A weaker ball or a high RG bowling ball retains more energy, but the aggressive cover allows it to slow down in the mid lane.
Christine originally from just south of Chicago. Oswego, Illinois, went to Maryland Eastern Shore. Was an All-American there. What a great career.
I think she coached part-time too.
The lefty steps up. Baby split. 2-7.
Very, very touchy pattern.
Her message to us pre-show in our conversation, just stay slow. Ball speed is going to be very important as the lanes break down. So far she's managed that well, I'd say. Nice lead. But chops the 7, leaves the 2, and some mistakes from each here, latter stage of this match. Not over yet.
Still has a strong lead over Clara. Left lane's been her better choice of lanes. Remember, 2 southpaws on the show. Shannon Plahowski also had 20 minutes of practice. On the TV pair, abrasives were used. And they can hit the bowling ball or change the surface up until the first ball is rolled. And waiting on deck is the number 2 qualifier, Shannon Plahowski. She will meet the winner of match number 1.
Christina max score of 215. All 10 down, big shot. Clara only at 186. Quick look over to her support network. Here watching, hoping for a title. Foundation frame for Clara here. Just can't find the pocket, Kelly, throughout the latter stage of this match.
Yeah, 2-4-5. Went to a different bowling ball that just seems to pick up early and burn. Doesn't quite change direction again. 51 feet. That is a long, as I emphasized, pattern. Only 9 feet to the head pin. Arm swing has to be precise. Consistency with the ball speed. The straighter players did have a slight advantage. But makes the 2-4-5 spare. She still can shoot 173 if she strikes out. Kristina Zerbinski just needs a good count in the 10th frame to advance to that next game against Shannon Plahowski.
Split, and on the bench, Kristina Zerbinski has wrapped up this match. Clara Guerrero's quest for a second career title falls short today. Zerbinski advances, lefty versus lefty. Plahowski, Zerbinski next. Lefty.
Yeah, I think it's the first time all season we've seen this. Kristina Zerbinski, Shannon Plahowski looking to break down that door and win her first title. One woman today walking away with their first title of the season. Great delivery by Kristina.
Back to Carolyn.
With two lefties on the show, I wanted to find out if, anything was going to be a little different because we haven't seen this all season, and it is. Shannon is going to use two different balls. On the right lane, she is going to use a ball that starts up way sooner than on the left lane. She didn't feel like she could get far enough left because of the ball return, so she's going to allow the ball just to kind of keep in line to the pocket. On the left lane, she is going to use a ball in which she can slow roll it and create the motion she wants to see. Again, though, both balls do have 1,000 grit on it, which is a lot of surface in my eyes. But so she is still trying to keep the ball in front of her, but on the left lane, she is able to play her A game. On the right lane, she's using the ball to create motion.
Most athletes or bowlers will do that. They'll just take a bowling ball, try to play and repeat shots with their A game and use the surface adjustments to make the reaction change. Shannon, by far, is an aggressive player, has firm ball speed, which is able to slow hook it on the left lane and create shape down the lane. Two balls to do it, two different lanes.
Second frame, Shannon Plahowski all 10 down. Second appearance of the year on TV. Ubica AMF Sonoma County Open. Defeated Maria Jose Rodriguez, then lost to Brandy Branca. Rocio Restrepo eventually won that event over Brandy. So Kristina off the victory over Clara Guerrero. Confidence is high.
Yeah, she's been high on this right lane every single time. Unlike Shannon, she's only using one ball on each lane. All 10 down. Husband John liked that shot.
He's got to be happy. Now, neither has won a professional title on either the PBA or PWBA tours, so.
Is it ladies first?
Kristina did tell us yesterday there's quite a competition going on between husband and wife there to see who will get the first title. Maybe this is the start of something big for Kristina on tour. Left lane, look at that, perfect.
Week 7 pin lead for Kristina. I know I've said it most of the weeks out here, but controlling the pocket was key. It's exactly what all the ladies did all week long. on all the patterns we bowled this entire season. It ranged from long and flat to short and heavy volume to some skewered patterns we haven't seen before. Uh-oh.
Watch it. Whips on the 7. That's a problem.
Yeah, have to make your spares out here.
Two different balls.
Shannon Blahowski, one on the left looks like it has, Carolyn said there's a 1000 grit surface on both bowling balls. Different in colors, different in layouts. Oh, trip 6 spin.
She will take it.
Playing both lanes almost identical, but just the different cores and covers themselves give different shape to the eyes as the ball travels down. Watch on the pins, 3-pin off the sidewall, hits a 10 first, and then the base of the pin itself rolls to kick the 6 forward. 210 average in match play, 4 and 2, clinched her seat here on the show in the last match against Missy Parkin. Strike there for Shannon Blahowski as she extends.
Wasn't sure how that was off the release. She's in great shape now, 23 pins.
Yeah, Missy Parkin really was one of the dominating forces this week here on tour at the Rochester Open. And Shannon, just in the last game herself, needed to win, I think, by 40 or 50 with the bonus pins to go around her, and she did.
Christina steps up after that open. Gets some late help, all 10 back.
Watch as the ball hits high on the head pin itself to go past the 8. Pin floats around, knocks it over.
If you're a bowling super fan looking to be part of a bowling community with access to the most exclusive content, inside information, and a premium product package, then you need to be part of the core. Visit bowl.com/thecore today for more information on how to sign up.
Wonderful geometric shape that triangle is at 60 feet.
Christina telling us yesterday, does a lot of work with sports psychologists. Her focus, open mind, clear mind on every shot. See if she applies that here.
It's a good shot.
It's pretty good, but a 6-pin stands for her. Clear mind, next shot.
You know, the past is the past. You can't go back and make up for it. You can only look ahead, and when it's brought to your attention again, refocus and try to make it the next time. But know what you have to work on in the off season.
Side of the pin. There's a smile like, wait a minute. I'm not going to miss another one of those.
She can do it. I know she can make it. She proved to herself right there.
Just a nudge.
Just tip it. It's like I'll saying, just tap it. You just have to touch it.
Shannon. Quest for a 4-bagger. Didn't like it, but gets all 10 down. 4 straight.
Whenever she's unhappy with her delivery, it usually strikes for Shannon.
In those couple of years, tries to get the first victory since the return of the tour in 2015. Top 10.
Made multiple shows last year, finishing 4th. This year, it's been a struggle for the left-handers. It's been hard all year long for every player. But Shannon making so many shows last year, this is only her 2nd one.
All 10 down again. I know that's very disappointing. Shannon, here's the question a lot. When are you going to get that first victory since the return of the tour a couple years back? She'd like that to be today, right here, right now, on CBS Sports Network. In a tight match with Srebinski. More coming up. Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open. AMF Gates Lanes. 87 entries. See the average of cash under 200. Danielle McEwen, 210.46 is the top seed. Other great bowlers involved as well.
Yeah, I have to mention Missy Parkin and Jackie Reese, both 2 pregnant ladies in the field competing. What a fantastic finish. Just missing out in the telecast. Valerie Bercier was a contestant on the U.S. Open. She just missed a show at Rochester Open. Season coming to an end as we race to Richmond. It's a good shot.
Needs a lot of those.
Watch right here, 5-step approach. Right arm forward, drops the shoulder in, hand up the back of the ball. Heavy, heavy end over roll. 10 pins find their way to the pit.
Christina telling us it's been a goal for her since she was 6 years old to get a win on the women's tour. So many great bowlers, her role models, including you, Kelly, she mentioned. Very flattering.
Very.
Gonna be a huge comeback here against Shannon Plahowski. 4-7.
I can honestly say we find inspiration not only from the Hall of Famers and the veterans, but also from these younger women coming up. They push everyone, each and every one of us, harder to work stronger, longer, put in the effort on the lanes. Shannon O'Keefe being one of those ladies, not only a great bowler, a great coach, and last week's winner.
5th title on tour. The head coach at McHenry, national champs. What a year it's been for Shannon. This Shannon is in great shape. 7th frame. Just her second show, as we talked about. Look for the 6-bagger. Go up by 53. You better believe it, in that 1-2 pocket.
She's gaining and building more and more confidence with each delivery.
Those pins had no chance, Kelly.
They do not. You know, they keep saying, when are you going to win? When are you going to win? It's a cliche statement, but realize what she's done to get to each and every single show. The formats, the games, 12 games this day, 6 games this day, another 12 of match play. And you get on TV and it's only one match, anything can happen. But it really is a journey to get there and the accomplishment, achievement, and making the show.
That's the look you want.
She's on a 290 pace if she strikes out.
Let's go back to Carolyn.
This pattern was tough for both right-handers and left-handers, and the key is just to execute the shot and make your spare. In Christina's case, her nerves are coming into play just a little bit. I mean, doesn't have a lot of television experience, great bowler, but it does. It tends to, you know, got to keep your anxiety where you can control it. On the other hand, you have Shannon Plahowski. The key to Shannon is when she can go left to right, throw at the speed she wants, and she starts tripping the 6-pin out, she gains a lot of confidence, and you're going to see her loosen up really quickly.
Great words from Carolyn Dorenbaugh, and that's absolutely correct. The firmer and stronger Shannon can be, that's in her wheelhouse. Playing more left to right, straight up the lane. She's able, her ball roll is able to trip many things and have a lot of success. If she makes it to this match play, this championship match, which looks like she will, she's going to give Danielle a run for her money for that championship title.
Danielle McEwen will take on the winner of this match as a top seed, trying for a 3rd career title.
Her 3rd consecutive show.
Another very talented bowler hasn't broken through and been able to pile up the wins. But what a future Danielle's got.
Ooh, ringing 7.
I'm not sure how you're doing it, Kelly. There's some great bowlers out here.
Yeah, I hate to quote Liz, though, it's just never give up. Keep working, keep grinding, keep finding ways to push through week to week. Every week is a new experience, and just like her, you love the sport, you love your job. When you love your job, it makes it easier to get up each morning and to go to work. Makes a 7-pin that time. Having two lefties on the show builds in some traction for Shannon, so that is a slight advantage.
We're about to be down to 1. Shannon Plahowski's on the verge of wrapping this up, which she now has done. All the pins she needs for the victory. Shannon Plahowski will take on Danielle McEwen, the top seed, when we return on CBS Sports Network. Shannon Plahowski bidding for her first victory on tour this year. Easy victory over Christina Zerbinski, 254-181 in match 2. Take on Danielle McEwen, the top seed, next. Guerrero in our first match, then Shannon Plahowski. No problem with Christina Zerbinski in match 2. So championship match is set. McEwen and Plahowski will bowl for the title. Let's hear from Christina with Carolyn.
Christina, first PWBA TV show. You bowled great all week. Looked like you had a good shot out there. Yes, the spares, the foul, you know. I mean, hey, look, your first show, I thought you threw it great. But what do you think you'll do differently on your next TV show?
I think the biggest thing is just learn from the experience and take back good things and also things to work on. And I really got to get my mental game, I think, a little bit better. And especially with the spares. I mean, I came back from the foul pretty good. I thought that was great. But from my spare game, that was not my best.
Okay, well, it happens to everybody, so don't be too hard on yourself. The other question I have is, you coached collegiately. How different was it bowling on a TV show and coaching the team?
It's a lot harder to watch than it is to bowl, and I'm sure my husband can tell you that today, because you're not the one throwing the ball. But, I mean, both experiences have been awesome. I loved coaching. I loved the girls that I coached, and then being able to come on TV as an individual and do that has been awesome as well.
Well, great week. We'll see you in 2018. You bet. Back to you, Dave and Kelly.
Here we go, championship match, 2017 Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open on CBS Sports Network. I'm Dave Ryan alongside Kelly Kulick, tour star, Hall of Famer Carolyn Doran-Ballard, of course, with us as well throughout the broadcast. Plahowski, Danielle McEwen, only one will become a champion today. Plahowski gets us started. All 10 back.
Danielle McEwen making her third consecutive telecast, 25 years old. Fourth in the points, 2 titles, one of them a major championship. She's seeking her first title of this season, her third total.
This is the mark.
245.
Did win the Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship at the USBC headquarters back in 2015. It was her first career title. It's just incredible to start off your career with a major as your first championship. And then the Wichita Open last year, trying to break through in 2017. One of the bright young stars of the game. Takes care of the mark. A reminder, any player who rolls a 300 game during our telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
Just as Shannon is using 2 different balls on the lanes, so is Danielle McEwen. Very aggressive surface. Could be the difference for the match as we proceed. So both ladies, 2 different bowling balls. Shannon shot 250 the last game plus. Looking to double up.
Great start for Shannon Plahowski, the super southpaw from Dayton, Ohio. Great to see Nancy Shank here, president of the BPAA. 254 for Blahowski. Great first match, 2-pin here.
Looking at her hand on that release, kind of up the back a little bit more. Gets into a roll quicker. Switches balls for the spare. Unique.
As her mark, has a 9-pin lead.
Oh, so the ball change on the left lane is now the ball on the right lane. After she 2-4-5'd, average 210, 4-1-1 means she tied one of her matches for only 15 bonus pins. Led this week's event. Flat 10, 6-pin just lays in front. Watch right here, the ball goes through. You see the 6-pin just kind of scurry its way over into the gutter. Lays down in front of the 10-pin.
Ten-pin takes care of business. Danielle's been pretty busy the last several weeks, including winning that silver medal with you at the 2017 World Games in Poland.
21st place finish, the Women's US Open, 3rd in Orlando, 4th last week. Tournament leader here in Rochester. Yes, we got silver in doubles, also bowled in the singles event. Had the Lucy event somewhere around that area as well, bowling with boyfriend Marshall Kent.
All 10 back there for Danielle. Marshall is here, been advising on all of her TV shows. You and I were watching pre-show here today for her championship match. She and Marshall were talking quite a bit of strategy.
Yeah, and you know, I talk about our schedules, Liz, myself, Clara, we mentioned in a previous show other times, and Danielle is on the road is just as much competing and bowling in many events as possible. 10 straight back for Shannon Blahowski. Takes a 9-pin lead over Danielle.
She looks focused.
She looks comfortable. After all the shows we've seen her on, I think just the intensity of wanting to win so badly, she finally looks comfortable, kind of jovial with her ball rep Mike Calderon. She just looks relaxed, more than I've seen her.
Players are always generous for their time with us as I review bowl and make the show. All 10 back there for Shannon. But every time we sit down with Shannon, we ask the question, you want to get that first win since the return of the tour? You just sense it. I don't want to hear this question anymore. I want to win, so you don't have to ask me.
Exactly.
She is ready to win, Shannon Blahowski. So is Danielle McEwen. All 10 back. Let's go back to Carolyn.
Danielle's original game plan, she was going to use 2 different balls because she felt the left lane was, and as the tour reps used the word cleft. In other words, when she got too far right, the ball checked and did nothing. When she moved left and missed to the right, the ball never recovered. What she chose to do was use the same ball on both lanes and basically keep that ball in front of her, make sure she makes a clean shot, rolls off her hand, and allow the ball to do the work.
Flat 10 for Danielle. Seems to be the trademark of the last few events where the players, the right-handed players, can play towards the gutter or just outside of that second hour zone, keep the ball in front of them. And as Carolyn mentioned, cliffed, it's just, you know, picture just dry asphalt to the right and then an ice spot to the left. And as soon as you come out of the ice and hit that dry, it just bounces off it sideways.
10-pin takes care of the mark. Closed championship match on CBS Sports Network. When we return, we will crown a champion on the PWBA Tour. Good breakdown. 10-pin lead, Shannon Blahowski. Looks for the turkey here, 6th frame. Go up by 20. Neck and neck championship match. Great finish on the way. Talking to it. 10-pin.
A little bit up the lane. Definitely missed. Instead of in front of her, going up the lane as she swings through it. At the pins, head pin off the sidewall. 3 and 6 mixed together. 10-pin stands alone. Cross lane for the spare.
Whoa. A shocking whiff of the 10 and a miss. An open frame changes the match dramatically. 3-pin lead now for McEwen on the bench.
Just slightly rushed on the spare just to compose herself. Again, new frame ahead. It's a good shot.
How will she respond? Baby
No.
split. 2-7.
We heard Mike Calderon talking earlier. Concrete feet. Now, it sounds kind of funny, but it's just to kind of keep your feet slow and steady, not try to run up to the foul line. A little slow there with her feet and her footwork and her hand. Use the 2-7.
Whoa.
Ooh, clips off the 7.
Just barely. A little nudge. Got the job done. Keep things very close. Oh. By a whisker.
Ooh, a little extra heart
Got it
palpitation.
done. Yeah, for sure.
Queuing up by 3.
Really nice shot.
Four-step approach. Slides. Board 11, 12, 7, 8 at the hours on that inward angle. Splitting the 8-9 as the ball finds its way to the end of the pin deck. Textbook shot right there, Dave. 2012 current member, 6-time member of Team USA.
In the groove. Double for Danielle. Frame 7 and 8. Now here's Plahowski. Works on a spare 8th frame. Still anybody's match.
Answers the call. Cuts it down by 13 pins. I have to compliment Shen. I'm going to say this, but she is by far one of the best left-handers of all time. Not only just left-handed, but one of the best bowlers of all time. All season long, the difficult patterns we bowled on, you've had to manipulate your swing, your hand, your ball speed. And it comes to the conclusion that she's in this championship match.
So the max scores. Big numbers possible. Trip 10 pin, all 10 down for Plahowski. Keeps the pressure on, 3-pin match.
Good strides by Shannon. Her footwork's usually a little bit longer in her steps and can be aggressive, but as we heard, concrete feet, just keeping the feet a little bit slower, more calmer in the approach.
Danielle tries to respond, does so. Back up to a 13-pin lead.
So 249 max score. Eight pin less to fall right there. 249 max score. Strike 9 spare. Will shut out Shannon Plahowski for Danielle's 3rd Professional Women's Bowling Association title. Looks good. Flat 10. She liked it too. 228 now. Look at this. 6-pin again. Just lays down in front of the 10 in the gutter. No problem on the 10-pin. Danielle's one of the great spare shooters out on the ladies tour. Strikes out for 228. Shannon Plahowski, 236 max. She would have to double in the 10th regardless.
It's been a tough year for Danielle. Wants to finish on top. Watch out. 7-10.
Leaves 226. Double in 1. Shannon still needs 2 strikes, regardless of what the field ball may be. She needs to double.
Anything less, Danielle McEwen wins it. Here's the first.
Took a shot.
He was. 60 feet to success for Shannon Plahowski, crunching that 1-2 pocket. And now another necessary to become a champion again. We're going to watch our Smithfield moment of the match coming up with Shannon Plahowski.
She holds the fate in her own hands. 9 spare, loses by 1.
Gotta have it for the win. She didn't like it. That's why. No strike. And Danielle McEwen on the bench wins the title. The 3rd career PWBA Tour Championship for Danielle McEwen. Great match. Danielle McEwen is a champion again on the PWBA Tour. She wins the 2017 nationwide PWBA Rochester Open. What a championship match head-to-head with Shannon Plahowski. Time to celebrate for Danielle and her family. But all smiles for Danielle McEwen, our top seed. And she's won for the 3rd time on the PWBA Tour. Time now for the championship presentation with Carolyn.
We have our co-sponsors here, Tammy Rivera from AMF Baltimore and Mark Denning from Nationwide with a beautiful trophy for Danielle.
Danielle, on behalf of Nationwide, congratulations.
Danielle, we talked about it earlier, 3 in a row. What was the key to the success tonight?
As I said earlier, just play my own game, make the best shots I can, and hope that the pins fall. I just want to take a moment to thank PWBA for giving me this opportunity to be out here competing every weekend. Our national sponsor, Nationwide, all of our other sponsors, Go Bowling, Cubica AMF, Smithfield, Pepsi. My personal sponsor is Storm, Turbo, High Five. This is all for you guys. Thank you.
You made some great shots there at the end, tough condition. What are you looking forward to with the championships coming up in September?
I'm just looking forward to being there again. That's where I won my first title in that event, so I'm just so excited to be going back.
Excellent. Well, good luck in 2018. Back to you, Dave and Kelly.
Carolyn, thanks. Danielle McEwen, top seed, wins on CBS Sports Network. We'll see her in Richmond as well. We'll wrap things up right after this.